Oh,
Howdy,
hello.
all you kids out there in Radio Land. Take it away, Andrew.
Welcome to Lan Arcanym, the city of magic. At the nexus of three major ley lines, the city is famous for its magic, but that kind of power brings trouble. Trouble that sometimes seems to spawn from thin air. Lucky for the folks of Lan Arcanym, the High Guard take their job seriously. The LAHG is comprised of many different divisions, but of particular interest is the Special Visions Unit. The SVU deals with the strangest and most disturbing cases in Lan Arcanym. This is one such case.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. Welcome to Lawful and Orderly Special Visions Unit. My name is Andrew J. Young, and I will be your game master tonight. Woo! If this is your first time watching, which it is because it's the first episode, welcome. If you're watching this for a time that isn't the first, then welcome from the future. Hey, great to have you. Lawful and Orderly is a lighthearted fantasy police procedural set in the magical city of Lan Arcanym. We are using Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition as our rule system tonight, though we're not necessarily going to follow the rules exactly as written. Our goal is just to tell an interesting and hopefully entertaining story. So, the format, over the course of tonight's game, we are going to be tracking the successes and failures of all of the players' roles. That's Jeffrey, Marty,
Hello.
and Scott.
Howdy.
We'll be tracking those roles using the scales of justice. And at the end of the episode, we'll use the scales of justice to influence the resolution of our character arc. The main story of tonight's episode, though, the criminal case, which our detectives will be investigating, will be resolved by our Twitch audience. At the end of tonight's episode, we'll have a brief trial by peers. Vote in the chat, and the Twitch audience will be able to weigh in and determine the final outcome of the case. And I guess now I should introduce our players and their characters for tonight's episode. First up is Marty McGuire, joining us from Iceland tonight.
Yes, hello.
Or from Iceland tomorrow, I guess, really.
It is. Yes, it's Tuesday. I had a brief panic when I saw that rollover.
So I guess Marty is our guest, at least from the future, for those of us in the continental United States.
I can tell you what, it's dark.
Oh,
It's dark in the future. I'm not surprised. And Marty is playing Aaron Twilson, a human bard and the rookie on the force. And I have a question for you, Marty. In
Sure.
what social circles does Aaron mingle, and why?
Well, Aaron is always hanging out before and after shows around Lan Arcanym. So anywhere there's going to be live music or live stage performances, he likes to schmooze with the performers as they're getting ready and as they're coming off the stage. He's seen most of the shows. He's performed probably renditions of them. But he's been a performer his whole life, and those are the people that he likes to be with.
Excellent. I expected nothing less from our bard. Next up, we have Jeffrey Copeland, who is playing Shannon Sparks, half unicorn cleric. Half unicorn, folks. Not like a centaur unicorn, like a bipedal half unicorn. And she is the most fashionable officer in the High Guard. Jeffrey, can you tell us what is Shannon's reputation around town and why?
Let's see. Her reputation is she's always super fly and super fabulous, but she's super friendly as well. So it's the 3 F's there. So if ever someone needs like a hand, or if they spilled something on their blouse, she's there with the only tied pin in Lan Arcanym. So that's her.
Fly, fabulous, and friendly. I think that makes her a triple threat. I think that's what the definition of that is.
Yeah.
And last, but certainly not least, is Mr. Scott Brown, playing Illyn Brownfeet, a cheerful halfling ranger and an animal control specialist. And as an added bonus, Scott will be playing Illyn's canine companion, Bark.
Rolf.
Yes. Okay, Scott, I have a question for you also.
Yes.
Whose opinion does Illyn value above all others, and why?
Ooh. That's actually a good question. Illyn is very close to her family, and so I would bet that it's her mother and father whose opinion she values more than anyone else's. They live out in the burbs of Lan Arcanym, and although Illyn does not get to visit them as much as she would like to, she still gets out there from time to time, and it's always a good time.
Excellent. It's good to know that. And so we are going to go ahead and start our story tonight. Several years ago, with Illyn, who before joining the Lan Arcanym High Guard was a member of the Parks and Sewers Department. And as our story joins, Illyn is in Kings Park making their usual rounds. And we're going to be, Illyn is going to be looking out for Oakfoot the Treant and Martha Asher. So other players, be aware. So yeah, you're in Kings Park. Illyn is in Kings Park. It is mid-afternoon. It's not overly crowded, but there are people picnicking and taking strolls and doing the usual things they're up to in Kings Park.
Mm-hmm. Illyn's just hanging out and enjoying the weather. It smells wonderful and fresh, and she notices that the acera plants are blooming, and their pollen is guiding itself into every dark orifice of a living creature that it can find. And so you have to kind of wipe off your eyes, nose, mouth, throat, ears occasionally, but they smell very nice. So it's good.
It's a fair trade. It's a fair trade-off. Everybody's used to that. They know. You know, when you're going through Kings Park, you got to have your handkerchief. You got to have those anti-pollen capsules in case you don't wipe it off quick enough.
Yeah. But it's very fragrant, so you get to go to the bed.
Yeah. Well, Martha Asher is sitting on a bench just up the sidewalk. Martha is a vagrant, but a friend of Illyn's.
Oh, hey, Martha. Trumps up. How are you doing?
Oh, hey, honey. How you doing?
Oh, I'm good. It's been a wonderful day. I mean, the smell is just so good. I can't get over the smell. Oh, can you? It's so wonderful.
Oh, it's okay. You know I can't smell anymore because of all the pollen.
Oh, yeah.
It's nice to see you, honey.
Sorry, Martha. I didn't mean to remind you about that. But the trees look beautiful when they're blooming. I mean, all these flecks of gold floating through the sky. You must appreciate that, right?
Oh, honey, I can't see anymore either. They ruined my eyes, so I can't see or smell, but I can hear you.
Oh, well, just focus on the sound of my voice. I'll tell you how beautiful everything is, and Illyn will go on and describe in gruesome detail how beautiful everything is, at least to Illyn.
So he's busy describing one of the wonderful-looking trees, and he turns and continues describing some flowers, and as he turns back, he starts describing the tree again, because it's closer now than it was before. And he turns again, and he's describing a bird that alights on a rock, and he turns and he describes the tree more because it's even closer now. And that's when the tree leans down to talk to Illyn, and it is Oakfoot the Treant that lives in Kings Park.
Oh, hi, Oakfoot. I didn't recognize you there. Your bark's looking good today. Is that some new moss growth?
Thanks, Illyn. It is.
Oh, I'm liking that lichen. Looking good.
Oh, I can always count on you for some plant puns.
You know me. So, what brings you to this side of the park, Oakfoot?
Well, Oakfoot's exciting problem is that he has found a small creature that is not Treant, and he does not know what to do with it.
I'm really mystified.
Oh.
I don't have a lot of learning.
Yeah, that'd be tough for a tree. I mean, I know how you don't believe in reading books. It really is a sin.
Hey, don't use the B word, please.
Sorry, I know it's touchy. Okay, all right. Well, let me see this creature, and I'll let you know.
All right, I'll show you.
He holds out a small four-legged creature, no bigger than a loaf of bread. It is covered in fur with two floppy ears, and a waggy tail, and it is a puppy.
Martha, it's a dog. Oh, it's a beautiful dog. It's brown and has a cute nose and golden brown eyes, and it's wagging its tail and panting at me. Can you hear that, Martha? Can you hear the panting?
Oh, just barely, dear. I feel it on my leg, but I'm unsure. Is that a puppy?
Yeah, it's a beautiful little puppy. Oh, thanks.
And as Oakfoot hands the puppy over to Illyn, grateful to be rid of this tiny non-plant creature, Illyn notices a small leaf-shaped spot on its belly as he cradles it like a little baby. He notices a leaf-shaped spot on its belly. It's just a spot on its skin, but it's shaped exactly like a little leaf.
Oh, look, Martha, it's got like a little puppy birthmark, and just looks like nature, and oh, I'm gonna hug it and love it and cherish it and keep it until I die.
Oh, yeah, everybody needs something to care for, honey. Yeah, let me touch that birthmark. Oh, yeah, it feels like a leaf.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And we are the scene fades into white because of course it was a very touching moment. It was a very important moment to Illyn, and it fades into white. And we tilt down from the magical fluorescent lights. They're filled with fireflies made of actual fire in glass tubes. We tilt down from those into the headquarters of the Lan Arcanym High Guard, where we see modern day Illyn, Shannon Sparks, and Aaron Tweet Twilson rather, and a full-grown Bark the dog sitting around a table in the break room, just chatting.
Just patting Bark. Ruff, ruff. Oh, look at you. You're just a good boy. You're just a good boy. You're just a good boy. Hey, Aaron.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Bark's a good boy, right?
I've never seen him do anything like what a bad dog would do. So yeah, I guess so.
That's right.
To be fair, it is Aaron's first day on the job, so he's never seen Bark do anything other than sit beside you and pant.
He's really calm. That's kind of all I've got.
That's good, Rook. You did well. Gold star. You've got my vote for non-rookie status. How do we do promotions here, Captain?
And just as you turn your head to look for the captain, you hear her melodious bellow coming from the office. Sparks, Brown Feet, get in here and bring the Rook with you.
All right, come on, Rook. It's time to go. We got some stuff to do. Come on, Bark.
Right.
Oof.
Yeah, you better bring that dog too.
Pat on in there.
So you all make your way into the chief's office, and she is currently looks like a large mulish minotaur with magnificent pearly horns and a golden nose ring. The chief generally uses her changeling abilities as a form of self-expression, which probably means she's not in a great mood at the moment, since she's like a minotaur and not like a high elf or something a little calmer. No, she's a big mulish looking minotaur.
Hey, Captain.
Don't he captain me. One of our seers has come with a vision. This, Twilson, and just so you know, is how we do our job, and why being in the Special Visions unit is no small honor. All right. I'm going to pass it off to our seer here. And yes, of course, very good.
As soon as she said my name, like it's the salute is on.
Yeah, at ease, everyone, at ease. No need for the salute. But so I'll pass it off to our seer today, and we'll get into that. And from behind the captain is a thin, willowy, pale figure in a light brown robe. You do not know this person there at all. And they're tall and thin and bald and clean shaven, no eyebrows. And they look into all your eyes individually, one by one, even including Bark's before talking. Well, officers, I have had a vision, and I felt compelled to share it with you in the hopes that you might be able to right this wrong, to bring justice where there is injustice. And here I am with my crystal seeing ball to share my vision in the hopes of doing some small good in this city. And indeed, before you there is a magnificently clear, reflective crystal ball, and the seer puts out their hand and on the crystal ball, and the captain urges everyone to put their hands on the crystal ball. All right, Wilson, grab that. Yeah, all right, everybody, you got it? Right, all right, ready? And the seer's eyes roll back in their head, and suddenly, with a flash, you're all no longer standing around a crystal ball, but looking into a brightly lit room somewhere else. It's full of elegant furniture made of dark woods, ornately framed oil paintings of regal-looking women. Some portraits of the same person. Some have two people. Some have clearly much older people. And small silver decorations are scattered around the room on the bookshelves and on the desk. It's very. Shannon immediately recognizes that this is very well decorated. Her fashion sense doesn't extend to interior decorating too much, but she does recognize good taste when she sees it. The large wooden door in the wall opens, and a tall, very regal woman who appears in several of the portraits on the walls enters, dressed in the fineries of someone who has been wealthy for many years. She sees something in the corner of the room, out of your sight. You can't see this, and she has a strange look on her face. "What are you doing here at this hour?" she demands. "Our business is done. Leave." She steps forward, confidence and anger in her eyes, and just as she passes out of your sight, you hear a scream. "Ah!" The woman stumbles backwards, clutching a dagger sticking out of her chest. She collapses backwards to the floor, and the vision fades to black. You'll find yourself back in the captain's room, your hands coming off of the crystal ball as the seer takes it and puts it down their sleeve and it disappears.
Oh.
That was my vision, and I hope that it is of some help to you. Now I must bid you all adieu until we meet again. And the seer glides out of the room. You don't really see their legs moving. You can't really hear their footfall. They just kind of glide out of the room.
Thanks, come again.
Aaron is just staring out the door, like after them, like what just happened.
That was Dame Diana de Locke, a minor noble who has a reputation for hiring adventurers for dangerous tasks. My contacts tell me that the Black Inquisition has already started their investigation by now, and you know how they operate. The last thing we need is for those black cloaks to make a whole swath of the city's minor nobility disappear overnight. Now, get out there, get this wrapped up, or the mayor's going to have my butt for breakfast.
Yes, Captain.
Dismissed.
By the way, I think your nose ring looks really good, just so you know. I think it's a nice touch.
Thank you, Officer Sparks. Now get out of here.
Okay.
Ah,
She slammed the door behind you, but you can tell she was happy. She was very pleased by your compliment.
the happy slam.
It's a happy slam. Yeah, it was a lighter slam than usual. The door, the hinges didn't even come loose.
That's nice. We have a good breadth of the vocabulary of the Captain's slams. That's important.
Yeah, I mean, Aaron is just learning to recognize these slams, but Scott and Shannon, they know that was a happy slam.
Well, Rook, you made a good first impression. The Captain didn't threaten to eat you. That was pretty good.
Is that a thing that she does?
Yeah.
Depending on what form she's in, she can have pretty big mouth. You know, it's but you're pretty big too. It'd take her a while.
Wow,
Minimum.
that doesn't actually make me feel better.
Minimum 5 bites.
Yeah. So, I didn't really get an address from that vision, but it looked like a nice place. I guess, it's a well-reputed person.
I imagine that the nobles probably have pretty well-known addresses, unless they're keeping it secret, right?
Yeah. I guess. Should we just head on out and ask for addresses on the way?
And so you do. You hit the streets, and of course, you know where the nice part of town is, where one of the nice parts of town is. And so you head off in that direction, and soon enough, you find a merchant who gladly tells you that the Duloc estate. Yeah, if you go down the street and take a left and go a little further, and then take another left, and no, wait, you have to go down the street and then left, and then right, and then further, and then. You know what? I'm not sure you can get there from here. I think you might have to go to the other side of the bridge. Yeah, you can't get there from here, so go around the bridge. And then up, left, and then right, and you'll be right there. You won't miss it. You can't miss it.
All right. Good. Yeah, you
got one of these sausages.
No. Rolf. Oh, okay.
I think somebody wants some sausages.
We'll take one, but quick, we're in a hurry.
All right. And as Rolf is scarfing a sausage, you find yourself... As Bark the dog is rolfing a sausage, like wolfing it down, rather, you find yourselves stepping up to the Duloc estate. It's a large 2-story house with a modest yard and modest grounds. It doesn't have a big wrought iron gate or anything. It's open, but you do see two guards standing at the door.
Well, I think traditionally in this instance we go up and knock.
Yeah.
So Illyn walks up between the two guards and knocks on the door.
They look at Illyn and knocking on the door, and they push you back a little bit, and one of them wearing a sword at her hip says, "What can we do for you?"
Oh, we're just knocking. We're hoping to get inside.
Yeah, no, I saw that. We're the security here. We're gonna decide whether to let you in or not. What can I help you with?
If you could open the door, that'd be great.
The other guard steps directly in front of you. This guard is not wearing a sword, but has a staff in one hand, and leans down and says, "We're not going to open the door unless you tell us who you are and why you're here. And even then, we might just send you away. Are these people back with you? The half unicorn and the human?"
I'm going to take that opportunity. Aaron steps forward. Yes, we're High Guard. Points to the insignia on the hat. We're here to as part of an official investigation.
Yes, and they look at each other with knowing eyes. I guess we should have been expecting you. And the guard holding a staff steps aside, and the guard with the sword just looks at Illyn and says, "Why didn't you just lead with that?" and opens the door for you.
I was raised to knock. It's polite. Well, good one, Rook. That's 2 for 2. You know who's a good boy, and you know how to get in the door. You're gonna go far, Aaron. That's great.
Thanks, Illyn.
That was surprisingly easy. They just let us in. Score. High five, Aaron. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
And of course, technically coming from Shannon, it's not a high five. It's a high 2 because of the opposable gloves.
Solid 2.
Yes.
Solid high 2.
It's the hoof shoe that really gets you, though. That's gonna leave him.
Yeah, stings.
Yeah.
Like brass knuckles.
Mm-hmm.
So you enter the grounds, and or you enter the door because you walked right up to the house. You enter the end of the door, and you see in the parlor, in the entryway, a tall, elegant-looking woman talking to a sinister-looking figure in a black cloak. And this figure, you can't see the woman's face, but you see the figure's face, and they narrow their eyes at you and say something to the woman, and then step around them and come up to talk to you. Well, if it isn't the High Guard, late to the scene.
Yeah, I'm glad you noticed. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm glad you came. I mean, it's only been, 6 hours? Not too bad. I mean,
yeah, we had a good time. We only stopped for sausages once.
And there's just a look of befuddlement.
Actually, while Illyn is keeping this guy busy with befuddlement, Aaron's gonna look down the hallway, see what the lady's doing, and maybe just go talk to her.
The woman has gone to stand at an open doorway, looking in very, very sadly down the hall. So Aaron and Shannon definitely dodge around this. This obviously is the Black Inquisitor, a member of the Black Inquisition, and they go down the hallway to speak to this woman and look into the room.
So who does your tailoring? Because to get all black, that must be a lot of work. Is that
it's standard Inquisition? What's your name, officer?
Oh! I'm Illyn Brownfeet. It's good to meet you.
Yeah, he does not put out his hand. Oh. Listen.
Oh. Yeah?
Roth Badman, and I've got to tell you, I'm not taking any of this. You know how long I've worked in the Black Inquisition?
1,000 years?
It's their skin just flushes.
I knew you'd only ask unless it was really big. I'm sorry.
A dark green. They're half orcs, so their skin is already like a pale green. It just flushes a dark green. Like, do I look 1,000 years old to you?
No. You look much younger than that. You're radiant. Do you work out?
This is why the High Guard are the laughingstock of the whole service. So I'm just gonna leave you here. I've got a good lead already, so I'm gonna go follow up on that and solve this case. And when the three of you are all done here, go down to the deli, have a couple sandwiches, and don't worry about it. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Oh, that sounds like good news. Thanks.
And Inquisitor Badman bumps past you. They kind of do a hip bump instead of a shoulder bump because you're a halfling and they're half orc, so they're like 6-ish feet tall. But they bump past you and storm out the door. The cloak billowing as they storm away.
Have a nice day.
No response. He does not even turn around. He is not.
I wonder if he knows that his last name sounds like Bad Man.
Coincidence, I'm sure. So Aaron and Shannon have gone down to speak to this woman and look in this room. She is very finely dressed, also clearly wealthy and used to being wealthy, but not. Obviously, she seems very, very upset at the moment, and she turns and sees Aaron's uniform and Shannon's badge, and more officers to speak with. I just spoke to Inquisitor Badman, and I told him everything I knew.
Oh, yeah. Would you mind maybe telling the story to us really quickly? Just what happened, by chance?
Well, I don't know much, but I'll tell you what I know. I was out yesterday evening at the university to speak to a friend of mine about possibly doing an oil painting of them. And when I returned home yesterday evening, I found Deanna in her study, obviously gone. And I was just so distraught. I must have blacked out. But when I came to, one of the servants had found me, and I had already contacted I assume I contacted the police. But that's when Inquisitor Badman arrived, and I spoke to him and told him everything I knew. But it's just horrible. It's horrible.
I see. I'm sorry. I'm new in town. Could you go ahead and give me your name for the record?
Oh yes, officer. I'm Dame Consort Kyra Dulac. I'm Deanna's wife, and I guess now I believe I'm still Dame Consort. No one inherits Deanna's title, but I suppose I'm the estate holder of the Dulac estate. And I do oil portraits. You can see my work sort of scattered throughout the house. What else? What other information do you need?
You said you were at the university yesterday.
Yes.
Could you tell us who you spoke with there?
Professor Starmist, sort of a friend of mine. We've spoken in the past. The professor dabbles in art, but he has a good eye for art. Not a great talent for it, but we've spoken in the past about art, and he knows that I do oil portraits, and so he summoned me yesterday. Well, I guess it was the day before yesterday in the mid-morning, and I agreed to come meet him yesterday, and we talked for maybe an hour and a half, discussed, we didn't get into prices, but we discussed the elements that we'd be using, that I'd be interested in doing a portrait, but I was there for, let's say, maybe an hour and a half, and I returned home in the evening.
So can you kind of describe your relationship with Professor Starmus? Are you guys like friends or related? Or
professional acquaintances, perhaps. We met at a gallery exhibition of one of my pieces, and Professor Starmus didn't purchase my piece, but is an art buyer and a connoisseur.
Okay.
If there's nothing else, I need to go sit down. I've got messages to write to family.
Sorry,
and friends.
there is just one more thing. You
Yes.
you said after you came home and discovered your wife that you blacked out.
I must have.
Can you tell us about how much time would you estimate passed between your discovery and your waking up?
I arrived at between 10 and 11, I would say, in the evening, and it's after 8 now. She checks her wrist sundial. It's after 8 now. So, goodness, it must have been closer to 7 or 8 hours that I was out. But it had been a long day.
That is a long time. Can you tell us, did your wife have any enemies, or is there anyone on her staff that she was having disagreements with?
Enemies? No. We have a cook and a groundskeeper, but they don't stay in the estate. And of course, we have guards on duty, technically on duty 24/7, but they don't come into the building unless they're supposed to come in if something happens. But obviously,
right. And I'm sorry. Did you said one of the servants found you and woke you up? Do you remember who that was?
It was the cook.
Was the cook?
It was
Okay.
the cook. Margaret. I should probably be in the kitchen now making food. She makes food when she's upset, as we all are. But if there's nothing else, I need to go sit down. I have to write letters and I have to begin making arrangements, I suppose.
Okay, well, thanks for your help. We appreciate it. Can we maybe go chat with Margaret for a little bit just to see if she has any extra info?
You're the officers. You just let me know if there's anything I can do for you. Okay. And she gestures toward the kitchen and then goes to sit down in a different room, and you can see her. She leaves the door open. You can see her pulling out parchment and quill and starting to write things down. And she pulls out some books and is looking through things to try and sort of. Illyn walks up at that as she walks away.
Did I hear something about the kitchen? Rolf.
Yes, it seems that Kyra, Miss Dame Consort Duloc, found the body and passed out, and the cook is the one who found her passed out and awakened her. So we're on the way to talk to the cook, I guess. Should one of us look at the body?
You guys are standing right outside the crime scene. So it's up to you.
It is traditional, Rook, that one of us generally investigates the crime scene. Yeah, but I can take care of that if you two you want to go have fun. I understand. I mean, Rolf here Bark here has rolfed himself up some sausage, and I'll let you guys go. Yeah, I'll check this out. You go, guys.
Are you sure, Illyn? You're gonna miss a kitchen trip.
Rook, I like the cut of your jib. This one's all yours.
So Aaron
Shannon, keep an eye on him.
Perfect. Shannon and Aaron head their way down to the kitchen while Illyn turns around and looks into the room. It is the very same room that you saw in your vision. As you step in, you recognize you're looking into it from the opposite direction, but you recognize the things on the side, and you realize that if you turn around and stand sort of in front of the desk, yeah, exactly. Now you're exactly where you saw the vision, maybe a little below where Illyn saw the. Yeah, they're perfect. Yeah, so you're in the crime scene. You do see Dame Duloc's body. It's been covered with a light sheet. Very nice. I mean, this is clearly like a sheet from the house, from the manor. So
she's an exquisitely dressed ghost. Okay.
She is wearing a sheet, but she is also prone on the floor, motionless.
She must be very tired as a ghost.
Tired ghost, yes.
Barks, see if you can smell anything on her. Is she a human, I assume?
Yes, both the Dulocs are human.
Fantastic. Well, Bark's gonna sniff around at the body, and I'm gonna Illyn will poke around the area around the body, just kind of pull out her quill and do the old poke and prod thing, that the CSI treatment, the whole nine.
Classic, the Criminal Sorcery Investigation Unit. They are. They really, a lot of people start out there before you can get into the SVU.
They do excellent work.
They do. So can I get an investigation roll for you? And I will give you advantage for having Bart help you, because Bart will be of use.
Perfect. All right. Well, I rolled a bad 11 total, and then with Bart's help, I got a natural 1. So that's Perfect. 11 total.
Perfect. So, Scott, why don't you go ahead and give us a failure on the scales of justice?
Oh, why did you need to say that? All right, 1 failure on the scales of justice.
But luckily, Illyn is a competent detective. It takes a little longer, but you do find when you're examining the body and looking around, you see a dagger wound in the body, in the chest. No dagger. There is no dagger in the body or in the room, as far as you can tell. Mm-hmm. You do see also a black feather that Bark sniffs out under the desk and brings to you. Well, and Bark just huffs it around, just snorts, and it blows out from under the desk.
Have you been eating crows again? How many times have I told you? No crows! They're nature's candy, don't you know? Oh, this isn't from a crow. Well, is it?
You don't know. It is definitely a real feather.
But a feather I can't identify as an exceptional feather indeed.
Yeah, it's you're not 100% sure. So we cut back to Shannon and Aaron, who have just stepped into the kitchen. And Shannon, you see what must be Mark the cook, and she's a centaur. So she is not a bipedal half horse. She is a 4-legged half horse, half human.
Quadrupedal.
She's a quadrupedal half horse, half human. She has a very large apron, covers most of her 4 flanks, front flanks, and goes up to around her neck, obviously. And she is busy cooking up a storm. It's a very large kitchen. She's able to maneuver finally in it, and she's cooking up a storm. You see meat already roasting. You see a couple of pies already out, or already cooking. Rather, nothing is done yet. You can already see vegetables on the fire simmering and on the oven simmering. So she's already busy cooking up a storm. She doesn't even notice you enter. She's so busy.
Okay, so we walk in, and I'm like, Margaret, I'm so sorry about your loss. I'm so sorry.
Oh, thank you. And then she notices your badges. Oh, Officers of the High Guard, right?
That's right.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a shock. It's just hard to it's hard to believe it's really happening. I mean, I just spoke with her yesterday evening when I left for the evening, and she seemed fine, and obviously. But what can I assume you've come to ask questions? I don't know what you want from me, but what can I do? What can I answer?
Could you just walk us through the events of the day and tell us in anyone you talk to that doesn't belong here on the grounds, or anything that was out of the ordinary?
Yesterday?
The day of the murder.
Okay. I guess that was, I guess that must have been last night or early this morning. I'll start from yesterday. I arrived yesterday morning. Nothing out of the ordinary. I cooked a good breakfast, biscuits and gravy, a mango kind of a chutney, it's very good, and a couple of whole string of sausages. Oh, it was very good. It was very good. Let's see. Then I cleaned up, and I did a lunch. I did take. Dame Delac did ask for a platter of sandwiches. I took her. It was roast beef. It was a couple of sort of a barley lettuce kind of sandwiches, some non-meat sandwiches. Let's see. There was a turkey, I think, with extra thick tomato and some of the mayonnaise. That was lunch. Let's see. Oh, I took soup to Dame Consort Delac, and then dinner. Oh, I did tea. A big kettle of tea, biscuits, lemon biscuits, and then dinner was a stew and with a loaf of sage bread, and that was just Dame Delac. Dame Consort Delac had gone out for. Wait, no, it wasn't that. It was after dinner that she went out for a meeting. So, and then I left for the night after I cleaned up the dinner dishes. When I got back this morning, everything seemed fine. But when I went into the kitchen to get breakfast started, and when I came out looking for the Dame or the Dame Consort, I couldn't find them. And I went into the study, and the door was open, and there was Dame Consort Delac, and she was passed out like the dickens, and I couldn't wake her up for anything. But I ran back here and got some of the strong salts, the smelling salts, and went in and put them under her nose and snapped her out of it. She seemed real, just very sort of spacey, head in the clouds, didn't really know what was going on. It took a while for her to sort of settle down and sort of get a real understanding of what was going on around her. And then once I knew that she was okay, and I brought her a cup of tea, I ran out and sent one of the guards. I was going to send one of the guard out to fetch the street guard, and that's when the she swallows kind of here the Inquisitor showed up, and I didn't speak with the Inquisitor. I came back here to the kitchen, and apparently the Inquisitor didn't want to speak to me. So is he still here? Is he gone?
No, ma'am, he's gone. He's left the building.
You just see the relief go through her whole body. She's like, oh, thank goodness. Oh, okay, well, good. I hope that. I assume you guys. I guess you two are working together to solve this. So
Marge, do you like working for the Dulacs?
Well, yeah, of course I do.
Okay.
They're wonderful people. They pay well. They're polite. Yeah. They always eat. They always clean their. Well, most of the time they clean their plates, but it's not. I understand that.
And it seems like you take a lot of pride in your work, and you really bring a lot of professionalism to this. Here's the thing about the Inquisition: they tend to solve problems by what is the saying? Cutting off the nose to spite your face.
I know that.
So we're actually not working with them. We're hoping to bring Lady Dulac's murderer to justice without disappearing any more members of the Dulac household.
Oh, so, that sounds great to me, I guess.
So any help that you could give to us versus the Inquisition would be so much. We'd be very grateful. And I think in the long run, your house would be better off.
I wish I knew. I mean, I know that Dame Dulac had a couple of visitors yesterday. I didn't see him. You have to talk to maybe the Dame Consort or to one of the guards. But I really don't know anything else.
Okay, a couple of visitors. That does help. Thank you.
That's what the sandwich is. Yeah. Okay. Well, you let me know if there's anything else I could do. And if she checks her wrist. Sundial. A lot of this is they have wrist sundials in this house. It's very in fashion. Dame Dulac made sure everybody had them. If you want to come back in say 45 minutes or an hour or so, they'll be spread out. So don't hesitate.
Okay, Shannon, do you have any more questions?
No. I think you pretty much covered everything. I guess one last question. Have you noticed any like fighting or tension between the Dulux as of late?
No, nothing.
Okay. Well, thanks. Everything looks
Any
beautiful.
changes in eating patterns? Have they been consistent appetite?
No. Game Consort Dulux started one of those juice fads a couple weeks ago, but she gave that up after a few days. I never understood those things. You're just drinking juice. There's nothing in your body. You're going to be hungry all day long. But other than that, that was, like I said, a couple weeks ago. Only lasted for a few days. She got over it pretty quickly. Potato stew. Potato stew is the secret. You got somebody on one of those juice diets. Potato stew will turn them right around. Get them right as rain. No, other than that, nothing.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for your time, Marge. We'll let you get back to your cooking.
Thank you. And she turned around and bustles off to something is starting to boil in the oven, and she quickly goes to deal with it. So, are you guys going to go meet up with Illyn and look in the room? Are you going to go talk to the guards? Are you going to try and talk to the Dame Consort again? Aaron and Shannon, you guys can split up if you want to do something else.
I don't know. Do you think we should maybe talk to the guards, or do you think we've gotten all the info we're going to get out of the staff here? Aaron, what do you? Well, you're a newbie. Should we maybe meet back up with Illyn?
You tell me. I just want to do a good job. But I gotta say, passing out for 7-8 hours is pretty suspicious. I'm feeling like maybe the Dame Consort was drugged. Or she's got something to do with this.
So you guys make your way back to the Dame's study, where you see Illyn, who has just discovered, well, not just discovered, but has been busily looking on study for any other interesting clues, has got this feather, and has just pulled down a book from one of the shelves. It's a ledger. And sure enough, on the most recent, you're just looking for the most recent entries, and you do. Illyn has just discovered an entry for 2 people from yesterday, but doesn't know what to make of it because he wasn't in that conversation previously.
So, I found a ledger. I'm not good with numbers or names or writing. Does somebody want to give me a hand with this?
Sure.
Yeah,
yes,
I'll
Aaron
take
would like to. Oh, okay. Go for it, Shannon.
Yeah, Shannon, you're numerate. Here, give that a try.
I'll take a look at it. I grab it with my whole hands.
I think Scott is, as we're playing, he's putting in real high quality special effects of us passing things back. There was a graphic of the crystal. I know there was a book that we had.
It's just as far as you guys know, that's all happening.
Yeah, we can't see it on our end, but I know you guys at the Twitch are getting the high quality. I know our viewers are getting high quality special effects, so I'm really glad.
I'm going to keep improvising objects, and I'm just going to hope they show up in post.
Perfect. It's going to be great for the podcast, too. Yeah. I love those visual gags.
Yep.
It's perfect. Okay, so Shannon has got this book. She opens it up. There were only 2 tasks listed for yesterday. Written in a bright blue ink. All of the entries are written in this very nice bright blue ink. Clearly, these people are wealthy. This is not cheap watered down ink. This is high quality blue, almost violet. In the entries for yesterday, Norina Hackleaf and Durango Broadbone, and it lists them both under the same task, which is how it's divided, visitors and tasks. Retrieve redbane leaves from catacombs below university, 50 gold, and it is marked as completed. There's a check mark by that.
I'm sorry, that was from the university. Could you tell me the task one more time? The audio dropped out.
Norina Hackleaf or Durango Broadbone to retrieve redbane leaves from the catacombs below the university for 50 gold, and the task is marked as completed.
Does Illyn know anything about those leaves? I assume Shannon shares that info.
Yeah, Shannon does, and Illyn, you know a little bit. You recognize redbane leaves. You recognize that they do grow in dark, sort of damp locations, but you don't know much else about them. You were parks and sewers, but they don't really grow in the sewers as much. It's too wet for them in the sewers. It's kind of just like they need this really perfect combination of temperature and light and humidity. Shannon might know something. Shannon, what do you have a knowledge skill that might be relevant? Maybe a knowledge arcana or a knowledge. I know Illyn has knowledge nature. We're missing out on that.
I mean, I have some.
Oh, medicine would do it. Yeah, give me a medicine check.
You're coming in and out.
Oh, give me a medicine check.
Okay, let's see. Okay, I got 19.
Oh man, yeah. Shannon instantly knows about Redbane. Redbane is a high quality or a very rare herb. It is used for medicinal purposes. It salves burn wounds and stuff, and it's often mistaken for red blind leaves, which have a deleterious effect in that they are often used in they are akin to chloroform. Red blind leaves will knock you out. So they look very similar, but very different. That's what Shannon knows.
Interesting.
And Scott, if you can give us a success on the scales of justice, if you haven't already, that'd be great.
All done.
Awesome. Aaron, Marty, I see you with a knowing look in your eyes. Does Aaron have anything he wants to do around the room? Does he want to look for anything or look at anything or
yeah, Aaron definitely wants to like put his academy skills to the test, and he wants to look for like signs of struggle, or because this is just like me trying to get this right. This is the same study. This is where the body is, but it is not where the Dame Consort was found passed out.
Both those things. It is.
Oh, it is the same room. Okay.
It is the same room. She came in.
Interesting that the cook only mentioned the Dame Consort passed out and not the Dame dead.
Maybe she thought it was obvious to you. That it would be where the Dame had died.
She doesn't. Things we don't speak of.
She was distraught. Yeah, exactly. She was raised maybe in a way you don't talk about. It's a little vulgar. Talk about dead bodies. So yeah, this is the very same room. This is the same room where you had the vision. It's the room where the Dame died. It's the room where the Dame Consort passed out.
Yeah, I would like to investigate and see if I can. I want to check out that corner that we couldn't see in the vision and see if I can see anything from there.
Give me a either perception or an investigation. I'll let you decide that.
All right. Investigation is going to be better for me. So let's see. I'm going to roll. Not super good. An 8 plus 4 is 12.
Right. No, that's right on the board for that one. So you do success. You do succeed.
I do success.
You do have success. Congrats on your succeed. So you do find. You don't find any signs of struggle, but you do see some dirt scuffed into the floor. You can't identify it, and even Illyn doesn't. Even Illyn is like, it's dirt. It's dirt. But you do find, while you're looking, a pouch, and you barely pull the ties closed before you get a little woozy. You get a little woozy, and then you pull the ties closed really quickly.
Whew! Yeah, I think we found the red blind leaf.
Aha! Good work, Rick. Good work, Rook. That's real good. I'm proud of you for not passing out. That's the last Rook we had.
Rick,
that giant Venus flytrap just Anyway, it's good not to hurt yourself on the job.
What? Yeah, Aaron's like pretty woozy.
All right, so you guys have checked out this crime scene. What you do go and make a stop and speak with the guards one last time on your way out, and they do confirm that Norina, Hackleaf, and Durango Redbone were here yesterday. Durango came in first. They ran into each other on the way out, and then Norina went in and came back out a little while later. So they did both. They did see them both here. Neither of the guards claims to have seen anything particular. But yeah, they say, "Oh yeah, Durango, the guy in the big, the bird cloak, right?" And the other one said, "Yeah, that's Durango. He's a regular."
Did his bird cloak by chance be made out of these sorts of feathers?
Yeah, that looks like right. Like the black feathers. That's the same kind of stuff. I'm sure of it.
Bark, get away
I don't
from
know.
us.
I don't know why you're sniffing that.
How do you investigate things? With your eyes? That's just ridiculous.
Yeah. So Bart, they're speechless. Bart takes a big sniff, and instantly, Bark is on the run, on the takeoff. As you run through the city, and Illyn thinks back. He thinks back and remembers another time that they were running through the city with Bark, and we fade out back to a time not so long ago, before Aaron joined the force, and we find Illyn running through the streets up to the university, actually by the university of Lan Arcanym, running through the campus, chasing. Looking for Bark, and he's been chasing Bark through the city all day, and here we are running. He runs up to the university and sees a group of people outside.
Bark!
Shouting, and you do get the attention of a professor and some students, all standing around a giant eagle, just standing majestically on the lawn.
Are you guys delivering rings, or can I use your eagle to look for my dog?
So we have some students and one Professor Starmist.
Professor,
and a giant eagle.
I think I recognize you. You're Professor Starmist, right?
I think he's talking to you, Professor.
Yes, I am Professor Starmist. Well, hello, young person. How are you?
Hi. I'm good. A little out of breath. A stitch in my side. I've lost my dog. I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah. You guys haven't seen a dog around here, have you?
Oh no, I haven't seen any canines. No.
Illyn sees that the eagle is clearly a little shaken, and several of the students give the professor a strange look when she says she has definitely not seen a dog, as though, why is she lying about the dog that we saw a few minutes ago?
Look, Professor, I'm sorry that I keep reporting you for animal control violations. I mean, you keep these giant eagles in public, but I really need to find my dog.
They're nice.
They're delightful, nice. But
you should get an eagle. Don't get your dog. Get an eagle. They're nice.
The eagles have been known to eat many household pets, and the fact that you let them go at night, it's a real problem. You got to stop that, Professor.
The eagle does look at Illyn as though, is this the right size thing for me to eat? It's small. It smells interesting. It's being twitchy. It's following your head. It's following your movement perfectly now.
Bad eagle. Bad. So any of you students haven't seen a dog, have you? I have dog treats. I have human treats. Some of you are humans, right?
You heard what the professor said. No dog.
All right, I'll just keep looking, but
I will dock you a letter grade if you tell him anything.
Oh, all right. Well, thanks. I guess.
And Illyn trudges off dejectedly, and the scene fades to black. And I think that's where we're going to take our break for the evening. We do give everybody on the show a quick chance to take a break. And at this time, if I am not incorrect, I think we get to read an ad. Scott, is that right? Are we ready? Do I need to?
Yeah. No, I think knock yourself out. I'm gonna add a timer for 5 minutes on the clock, and you go ahead and knock your ad out all you want.
Perfect. Give me just a hot second. See if I can load up one of those ads. I can't, so I'm just gonna read the one I remember. Lawful and Orderly Special Visions Unit is brought to you by Hot Meats Delicatessen. Hot Meats Delicatessen. You're not picky about your meat, so neither are we.
Excellent.
Yep. And so this is the part of the show we're going to have about a 5-minute bio break for the audience, obviously, and also for our performers. So we may be in and out. I'm going to get a timer up, and we encourage questions, comments, concerns, complaints from the audience. Anybody wants to put anything in chat, we'll be happy to respond to you live and on air, because that's what we're doing.
Yeah, there's been some good theories in there already, so I'm excited.
I see a request for a potato soup recipe. Yeah, G Funkera 76. If you find a good potato soup or potato stew recipe, let us know. I want to see, like, I mean, there's the traditional, like, creamy, sort of milky potato soup, but I'm thinking like a potato stew, something a little heartier, like over a thick gravy or broth. Love that.
I'm really hungry now.
Yeah, there's been so much talk about food this episode. It's been cruel.
I gotta say, Andrew, you're rolling those off. You were just like meal. If I could name that many meals, I would never have to eat out. I could cook it at home and do meal prep.
That's excellent. I was not prepared. I forgot that there might be other people in the house you want to talk to, like a cook. So that was all. You could thank my mother-in-law, who is an excellent cook.
Oh, nice.
Who made me just think, like, what kind of things could she cook?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to grab some water.
Yeah, shoot. 5 minutes are up, and I'm also going to take a quick stretch. Be right back.
Perfect.
So how many people do we have on the stream so far?
22 looks like at the moment. Yeah.
Welcome, all of you. We're happy to have you. We're excited to have you. We're delighted to have you. We're intrigued to have you.
Did you say excited?
Yes.
Okay.
And delighted. And intrigued. And honored. And engaged.
You're hungry?
Yes. Yeah. It's fantastic. It's been good. So, a little about the Twitch layout that you guys are watching. The photo in the center is obviously Lan Arcanym, the city of magic. At the center of Lan Arcanym is the Everspire, the spire which reportedly has no top floor. That's where the head of the seat of government of Lan Arcanym sits, the magistrate, and the magistrates, demi-magistrates, who administer the goings-on of the city. Of course, the city also elects a mayor, who's nominally in charge of the High Guard, and nominally breathing down our captain's butt all the time. However, the magistrate is all-powerful, and we all presume all-seeing from the top of the Everspire, and that is, of course, the home of the Blackguard, who roll out of the Everspire to do no good and disappear our witnesses.
Yes.
Oh, we have Professor Rex comments. Everybody loves Professor Rex.
Everybody does love Professor Rex. I'll tell you what, if folks want to put something they want to see Professor Rex say in the chat, I'll keep an eye out for one. If you got, put in what you want to hear, and I'll pick one, and we'll say something before the break is over. I'll do some Professor Rex for you.
We have a question about who did our art. That would be Meglish. That is correct, and that's exciting. Andrew and Jeffrey swapped places briefly, so I'll fix that. But on Twitter at Meglish or Megan English.
It's Meglish.com.
Yeah, Meglish.com. She does fantastic art. She did the character portraits, and the rest of the layout, the frames, and the mechanics were all done by Andrew, who's currently just below me, until I fix that. So give it up for Andrew.
Yay.
Golf clap. All right, good.
The Magistrate sits in the top floor of the Everspire for Bouchon 1, who's asking.
Mm-hmm. Which is complicated because the tower has no top floor, but that is in fact where the magistrate stays.
Everybody knows both of those things.
Yeah.
But nobody really...
They are simultaneously true. That's how that goes.
Oh, let's go. There's some other stuff I wanted to see from earlier that I think there was Somebody asked if they heard a Fire Sign Theater reference. Yes, Nid Huggins. If that was the you can't get there from here, that was me. That was a Fire Sign Theater reference.
Man, I wasn't sure if you were making that reference. I love that album.
I was actually referencing the
That's
episode.
Nick Danger.
Oh,
Third
Nick
Eye.
Danger, Third Eye.
Yeah.
Walked straight into a sandstone building,
My nose.
groping for the door. Oh, that's such great. It's so inappropriate and so good.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite things. Andrew, we're going to geek out about that in the future. I see more of those coming.
I haven't listened to Fire Sign Theater in a long time, but clearly I do need to do that. I need to get back up on that.
One of my favorites is on the other side of that disc. It's the Antelope Freeway bit.
Oh, I knew that's their best. That's like their most. I think their most famous one, their most well-known one.
Yeah, it's a really dumb bit, but it's very funny.
All right, we got 30 seconds left on the clock. Anybody want to ask any last-minute questions? Charles wants to know, what elevator button do you press to get to the top floor of the Everspire? Obviously, they teleport. An elevator up an infinite flight of stairs would just take too long.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the answer to that. I see nothing else. 3 seconds left. Anybody? Quick. Last minute. Big bucks. No whammies.
Yay, let's do it.
All right.
All right. Well, I did promise. So I'll say I'll do a little bit of Professor Rex here. And now back to Lawful and Orderly Special Visions Unit. So previously on Lawful and Orderly, we found Shannon Sparks, Illyn Brownfeet, and Aaron Twilson, and Bark the Dog, our brave officers, investigating the estate of Dame Duloc and her wife, Dame Consort Duloc. Dame Duloc was found murdered early in the late hours of the night by Dame Consort Duloc. The officers received a vision and at the station and headed down. They did meet Inquisitor Roth Badman, a member of the Black Inquisition.
Does he know his name sounds like Bad Man? I mean, that's just terrible. I'd change that.
Inquisitor Badman did claim to have a lead and took off. The officers spoke with the Dame Consort, who says that when she arrived, she saw the body and blacked out for 7 or 8 hours. She was fuzzy on some of the details. She did say that she went to the university to see Professor Starmist earlier in the day, but that it was just a discussion about portraits. She's an oil painter. They went to talk to Margaret in the kitchens, who is a centaur cook. Shannon and Aaron were able to get out of her not only the list of everything she cooked yesterday, but also the information that there were 2 visitors to the estate, and that she had to use smelling salts to wake up the Dame Consort. Using that information, the 3 investigated the study and found a ledger which said that Durango Broadbone and Rena Hackleaf had visited yesterday. They confirmed that with the guards, and they found a black feather, thanks to Bark, and a bag of not red bane leaf, which a ledger said that the 2 had been hired to procure, but a bag of red blind leaf, which can cause blackouts for a steady period of time. So speaking with the guard, they found out that Durango Broadbone wears a cloak of black feathers, and Bark is now leading the troop, having on a merry jaunt through the city, following the trail of the black feather. So we join our officers in the at the university campus, at the edge of the university campus, headed towards the catacombs, which is where the Dame Duloc said that the red bane leaf could be found, that she'd sent Durango and Norina separately, not together, to retrieve.
These catacombs. Oh, I'm glad to be back under the ground. It's nice. I like it. There's something so cozy about being so contained and so secure under the ground. Don't you guys like the earthy smells? Oh, watch your horn there, Shannon. It's low. It's a low clearance here.
I feel like we're both walking bent over.
It smells like dirt and my neck hurts.
Oh yeah, that smell of earth. You just can't get over that. It's just wonderful, isn't it? It's just
Grayish
wonderful.
the grayish-green bricks of the catacomb are just like covered in moss and dirt. And it's not like a sewer where everything would be like just wet and slick and honestly kind of clean. These are catacombs, so they're damp and grimy and dirty and mossy. And it's kind of the worst of both worlds. You're underground, but it's also filthy. But Bark is bravely leading you down through the catacombs, and you're getting pretty deep. Does anybody have a light source or dark vision or anything like that?
I can cast light. It's a cantrip for me.
Ooh.
Magical light. I have torches.
I think probably Aaron's magic light will probably do. Aaron, the light spell, you cast it on an object. What do you cast the light spell on?
I'm not super good at team playing yet, so I'm gonna cast it right on the badge on my hat. So it's like a headlamp for me.
Illyn comes back from onerously lighting up her torch with steel and flint, and that's a neat trick, Rook. You'll have to show me that next time. Come on, Bark.
So it looks like Illyn and Bark are in the front, and Aaron is pulling up the middle, and Shannon is in the back, looking over everybody's heads, the tallest, holding up the rear. And as you get deeper and deeper into the catacombs, you do wonder how you're gonna get out when the time comes. But can I get maybe a knowledge nature? A nature check, or I don't believe there's a survival in 5th edition.
There is survival. It's wisdom base. I could give you either.
So yeah, I'll tell you what. You take your pick there.
All right, I'll go for survival. I am trained in survival.
Perfect.
Oh, good.
Come on, big bucks, no whammies. How 11 plus 4 is 15.
Perfect. So Illyn, of course, has been keeping a meticulous mental map of the catacombs and knows exactly how to
2 lefts and 1 right, and then we went straight. We went down a ladder and then turned around. You gotta sing a gimmick, you sing along, and that's when you won't get lost and eaten to death in the dark. I need to work on my rhyming. You, Aaron, you seem to have a whistle on you. Are you good at this?
Illyn actually stops just before the penny whistle has slowly been creeping up to figure out the song, and he stops, and Aaron puts it away. What? No.
No. I mean, you carry that whistle with you. You're not good at that? No.
It's my official officer's penny whistle. It's to be used only in the line of duty.
I think I swallowed mine, and Shannon left hers behind. It's some sort of perp's house. Yeah, you're really into that, huh? I mean, most people just scream when. Okay, all right, but good. Glad you like the whistle. Good work.
I mean, it is Aaron's literally his first day on the job. He has had very little time to lose any of his equipment yet. So, responsibility or just a lack of opportunity. So yeah, you are deep into the catacombs. I am interested to know how Shannon climbed down a ladder and Bark with. But we'll let it go. We'll let it slide. I'm sure they found it. Obviously, did manage to climb down the ladder in Illyn's song, and suddenly Bark stops, and her hackles go up just a little bit, and you hear just a really low rumble, not a growl, and obviously not a purr, but somewhere in between, just a or like a mutter.
I'm not good at that stuff.
No, that's perfect. That's exactly what Bark sounded like. Yeah. A little less Scooby-Doo, a little more
All right. We'll dial down the Scooby-Doo a little bit. All right. What is it, girl? Is Timmy stuck down a well down here? Do we need to find him?
And Aaron, you notice that your light is no longer penetrating the darkness ahead of you. It's like your light's still on. No, it's still on. You get little shadow puppets. And that's when the darkness ahead of you turns around. And you see that it is a very, very large figure wearing a cloak of black feathers. This figure is a half giant, a grizzled older man, who turns around and looks down at you, the 4 of you, and says,
"Hi.
Can I help you?"
Yeah. did you drop this feather?
And he reaches down and pulls the feather out of your hand. He's got giant, meaty fists. He could easily like palm your head in his hand, Illyn. He's not a full-blooded giant, but he's a half giant, and you're a halfling, so he gently plucks the feather out of your hand and looks at it. Yeah, it's one of mine, and he goes to put it back in his cloak. Actually, in all these years, I think this is the first feather I've ever lost. Why don't you keep it, like a little souvenir? Where'd you find this thing, anyway?
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it was at a scene of a grisly murder.
He's obviously a little flabbergasted.
You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
He holds up his hand to sort of cover the light from Aaron's thing, and he realizes now that you're all wearing badges. Oh, high guard! Well, you should have said that right away. You should have led with that.
Oh, yeah. I assume the badges do that work for us. I'm High Guard, and Aaron here is in the High Guard, and Shannon is also in the High Guard. We're High Guard. Yeah.
Don't forget Bark. Bark's in the High Guard.
Oof. Well, oddly enough, I used to be in the High Guard myself.
Oh.
Really? Were
Yeah.
you dishonorably discharged for any particular reason?
No, I retired. What do you mean? Now, hang on a second. You don't recognize me.
Aren't you Durango Broadbone?
See, this fella recognizes me. Yeah, that's me, Durango Broadbone. So you tell your friend. You can tell your friends. You know who I am, right? You reckon? You knew me.
Yeah, you might have been. I spent most of my time in the park ranger service. I'm kind of on loan. But do you know my friend Mikhail? He's been out and about for a long time.
Mikhail, little short bald guy.
Yeah.
Mikhail ran the mailroom when I was in the High Guard.
Whoa, that must have been forever ago. Oh, okay, guys, his story checks out. Well, could you come back and help us on this last mystery for old time's sake?
Do you really not know me? I was on the Red Fletcher case. I was I was the lead of the case, and nobody.
Did that one involve a plant?
No, they don't teach.
It's my first day.
So you're just out of the academy. They don't teach that anymore in the academy.
No, I'm sorry. That doesn't ring a bell.
Well, don't worry about it. Anyway, let's put all that behind us. Sorry, when I'm nervous, I talk with a different voice. So sometimes I'll talk like this, and sometimes I'll talk like that. I'm not nervous anymore. I feel a lot better. I was just a little bit. Nobody knew who I was.
Oh, yeah. We snuck up on you. It's our fault. We'll change your voice all the time. I get that, too. It happens.
Do you? I'm surprised.
Yeah, you got to pay close attention. Anyway. Did you deliver any sort of horrible, noxious knockout agent to the lovely Dane in that house?
The Deluxe?
Yeah.
No, I did not deliver any noxious agents to the Duloc's house. But I guess I know why you're here. Because I told Norina Hackleaf when I met her that was not Red Bane, and she huffed at me and walked right past me. It was red blind, wasn't it? She had red blind, didn't she?
That would explain so much, like the dying.
Oh, God. Ye gods.
Yes.
That and the knife wound. I guess those two together can be very deadly. Yeah.
I mean, it's been a while since I've been on the force, but really I think it's just the knife wound that's the sort of more dangerous one.
Oh, it could be, yeah.
Mr. Broadleaf, were you not aware that Dame Duloc is dead? Died?
I didn't know. And he looks genuinely downtrodden. Does anybody want to make an insight check, or are we...
Yeah, let's do an insight check, because this guy seems really shady. Let's see what I'm working with here. I got a 6 and a 6 and 5 is 11.
11. So he's as far as you can tell, he's being perfectly emotionally honest. And actually, you are a pretty good judge of character. So, Scott, we should mark that up as a failure on the scales of justice.
Yeah, you're pretty confident that you
Nope,
just
but there's a
totally failed.
But Shannon does have a pretty good eye. It takes, she listens and she listens. By the end of the conversation, as you all are wrapping up the conversation, she's pretty sure that he was genuinely downtrodden and upset by the news. But right now, she's not 100% sure. She's still trying to figure it out. She's trying to suss out whether he's really upset or if he's just faking it. But for now, he does seem upset, and you'll have to roll with that for right now or not. No, I hadn't heard about the dame's death.
We're sorry to deliver you bad news. That's terrible.
Yeah, we've done business on occasion. She hires out adventurers and folks of that sort. And since I'm retired, I tried sitting around the house and puttering and plotting plans and things, but it's not enough action. So I sort of became a independent contractor for light security work and sort of the retrieval kind of jobs, like go down to the catacombs and get redbane leaves, or go to the forest and get dire rat tails or whatnot. As
So
everybody.
had you and the Dane ever met?
Yes, I met when she hired me for the first time. Oh, met? No, the dame is happily married.
Oh, okay. Well, happily, that's good. So she seemed happy to you. That's good. That's good to know.
Hey, as far as I know, she was happily married. She never expressed any interest whatsoever in me, and I'm a happy bachelor since Mrs. Broadbane, asked a few, and he takes off. He was in fact wearing a hat. You didn't notice, but he does take off a feathered hat. He puts it over since Mrs. Broadbane Broadbone rather. I didn't know my last name. Passed a few years ago. And a moment of silence.
Oh, I didn't know. I'm so sorry.
No, it's all right. It's been years, but no. She never expressed any interest in in meeting me.
Gee, Mr. Broadbone, it's just so cool to meet somebody you've done so much, I'm sure, and it sounds like you've done a lot of jobs for the dame.
Nephew.
You must know the workings of their household. We could really use your help on this. I can't believe I didn't learn about you in the academy, and I'm just like, Aaron's just buttering him up and wants to basically get him to help us on this case. And I'm gonna try to roll a persuasion roll to build for us
and take advantage on that, because you were buttering him out. So go ahead and take advantage on that.
All right. First one. Ooh, I'm glad I had advantage. That was 7 plus 4 is 11. Let's try that again. Not much better. 14.
Still good enough. That's a success on the scales of justice. Oh well, I mean, it's been a while since the Red Fletcher case, and I did retire shortly after that, and I haven't really been around much for the force since then. Obviously, I haven't been like consulting for the force. It's been freelance security and stuff, but I'll be happy to help. I might be a tad bit rusty, but what can I do for you? How can I help? You've kindly filled me on the situation. The dame, bless her soul, is dead, and actually, you don't say anything else other than that.
So we fill him in on the details of the case. Stab wound, the passed out dame's consort. We found the red blind leaf.
And here's all the things I found with the ghost that was lying in the room. And then you guys took good notes on the menu that the cook said, right? Because that could be important. Rolf.
So I'd like walk him through my notes.
They should do things differently down on the force than they did when I was there. I don't remember collecting very many menus, or I did have a ghost case once with a real ghost, but anyway, I'd love to help. Let's see. Well, you talked to the dame consort, you talked to the cook, you talked with the guards. You said you got a little bit out of them.
Did we mention that the Black Inquisition got there before any of us?
Yeah, we talked to him too. He seemed real nice, but his name was like Bad Guy?
Bollocks. It was a Badman, was it?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Rolf Badman.
Rolf Badman. He had a whelp.
Not Ira Badman. The IRA, you can trust those better than the Roth.
Ira, no, I'll tell you what, you can't trust Ira Badman. Ira Badman, she is bad news. She was a black inquisitor with eyes on the Force. I'll tell you.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Take notes.
Ro-
Like move.
And I can't imagine if Roth and Ira worked together.
Oh.
We'd all be planning our retirements. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah. We quit today.
Roth Badman. If he's anything like his mom, I'll tell you, he's not any good news. Those folks, they'll. Right
So
away.
he hasn't talked to you.
Roth? No, I haven't seen him.
But he did say that he had some good leads. But do you know where we'd find Hackleaf? Hackleaf?
Hackleaf?
Yeah.
Oh, she's in that. Oh, what's that guild? The Bright Steel Adventurers Company.
Hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. They're trying to put independent contractors like me out of business. Is what they're trying to do.
Oh yeah. They make you pay union dues and yeah, you only get accepted quests. I've heard about that.
Yeah, it's like I get it. Everybody. Sometimes you don't have as much experience like me, and you need to kind of work under somebody and have like those resources available. But I'll tell you what, it's really putting a strain on the small working class, small business owner like myself. And it's just, it's a personal pet peeve of mine. But yeah, she works for the Bright Steel Adventuring Company, and she's pretty new. I think this is the first time I've seen her working, and I do work for other people too. But this is the first time I've seen her for Dame Duloc. So have you? I guess you haven't talked to Norina yet, then.
No, we followed this feather that Illyn has to you.
Well, I appreciate that. It is my feather from my cloak. I was in the dame's office, but I did not stab her.
Oh, well, that's all we needed to know. Thanks. Have a good day.
Oh, good luck.
All right.
And he starts turning around. He assumes that Illyn is sincere, which Illyn seems to be, and he turns around as though he's nothing else to talk about.
Okay.
Was there something? He leans out a little bit. Was there something else? Did you have any other help I can give you?
Can we
Wilson, was it?
Yeah. Aaron.
Twilson. I know that name. I know that name.
Oh yeah,
Are you one of those famous Twilsons? What was it? The flying Twilsons?
The traveling Twilson.
I knew it. I knew it. I was at one of your shows in Deep Vale.
Oh, Teakvale. You saw a very good show, actually. That was a good night.
I was very pleased. I was very happy.
Wow.
Do you think you could do a little? I hate to ask. I'm a big fan. Do you think you could give me a little something now? Like, I understand you're on the job, but nobody's around. This will be all right. Nobody's gonna hear.
Yeah.
Mr. Barbone.
You can sing the "How We Get Out of Here" song. You remember?
He produces the penny whistle, and he's like, "All right, Illyn, start us off with the How We Get Out of Here song," and starts penny whistling it up. And turns it around, and we just leave. We leave Broadbone.
You guys leave. Well, thanks.
Bye.
If you need me, you know where I'll be.
Yeah, nice place, by the way.
I don't live here. He looks around like, I don't live here.
Does that mean this place is for rent? Is that? That's great.
And it just like elbows Illyn. Like, was it left, or right?
Oh, right. It was under, over, round, and through. Then we won't hit catastrophe. No, that didn't rhyme either.
And if it was left, you have to reverse it because it's right going back out. If you take left again, you're very lost.
Right,
So
then
left.
up the ladder. Okay, here we go, Bark. 1, 2, 3. Rolf!
With a magnificent jump. So you guys are climbing out of the catacombs, and as you emerge back into the city, you're all blinded by the white light, and Illyn is remembering. Illyn flashes back to another time. He was blinded by bright light as he steps out of a dark alley, a dark alleyway in the part of town known as Dirt Alley. Still looking for Bart, who has not been he's still been chasing Bark. It's still the same thing. And he gets out of this alley and nearly runs into. He nearly runs and shouts in the ears of, and he nearly runs into a member of the street guard, a noble, and a young street urchin who they are hassling in Dirt Alley.
Oh, pardon me. Pardon me. You three there?
Yeah, what do you want?
I'm sorry, Your Lordship. I was hoping to. Have you seen my dog?
Dog. The only dog around here is this little whelp.
That's not nice to say about a member of the street guard. They work very hard.
No, I'm not talking about the street guard. Look, who are you?
I'm Illyn. I'm a park ranger. Nice to meet you.
The street guard laughs. It tries to cover up with a park ranger. I'm sorry. Oh, go ahead.
It's very important work.
A tree hugger.
Well, if you don't hug them, then they walk around at night and eat people. Someone has to hug all the trees.
Look, Park Ranger, you're a bit out of your jurisdiction. Now, why don't you run along? We've got business to handle.
Well, technically, Dirt Alley is still a municipal park. It's known that way because of the dirt. I mean, I don't want to get too technical, but yeah, the Bureau of Livestock and Mining, Parks and Sewers Department, Office of Wildlife Management, Regulation 132/D states that I am
bureaucrats, always meddling around with your paperwork.
Well, we try not to do it on paper. That's insensitive to the trees, but we do it on reclaimed bark, naturally found bark. It's a little harder to. Anyway, have you seen my dog?
The street guard's grip on the urchin tightens as you start talking about jurisdictions and regulations and things. And there's clearly the street urchin is not in a good, comfortable mood by this iron grip of this.
Hey, little urchin, have you seen my dog?
No, I have not.
Oh, you sure? Because if you've seen my dog, I bet I can take you in as a witness and protect you from these nasty gentlemen.
Oh, hey, what?
Yeah. I might have seen a dog, but please get this large man off of me. Please help me.
All right, street guard. I'm very sorry, but as a witness to a potential missing animals or persons or hominids case, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to retain that urchin. What was your name again?
Little Urchono.
Okay, I'm gonna have to retain Little Urchono for questioning. So if you could just release them into my custody.
The street guard's teeth grind together, and he lets go of Little Urchono.
All right. Well,
What? You can't just let him go. Grab him back.
If I could, I would, but he's either right or I assume he's right. And whatever the case, he's higher ranked than I am. So take it up. He looks at the merchant or the noble. Take it up with the Office of Wildlife. I don't know my word. The Office of Wildlife Management.
Oh, bureaucrats.
He pulls out a bottle and the street guard starts walking down the street, just drinking from a hip flask.
have a nice day. So, Little Urchin, did you in fact see my dog? Because I'm kind of hoping you did.
No, I'm sorry. I just wanted to get away from those people. But I did hear a dog barking.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Which way?
It was on the right side. I heard him barking really loudly.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Well, come on, run quick. We can get the dog together. It'll be fun.
okay.
And Illyn and Little Urchono take off down the street, and as the noble turns away, billows his black cloak, or not black cloak, but his dark navy blue cloak billows, and we cut back to our officers in the present day, arriving at the headquarters of the Bright Steel Adventuring Company.
Okay, here we go.
Hello, what can I do for you today?
Oh, hi, Francis. Is your name tag?
It's Francine.
Francis.
A half-elven person with very, very, very bland features. Like almost instantly forgettable.
You have a memorable face, Francine.
I've never heard that before.
That's surprising. actually. So we are here. I want to know, is Lorena Heckleff? Is she at work today, Lorena, by chance?
We don't. Do you mean Norena Hackleaf?
Yes, Francine, Norena, yes.
Yes, Norena's here. She's just receiving her official licensure for being a full-fledged member of the Brightsdale Adventuring Company. Are you here to congratulate her on this momentous occasion?
That among other things, yeah.
And she pulls out from underneath her desk a sheet of paper. It is at this time that I must ask you to please take a seat in the waiting room to your left and to know that any information that you acquire here in the offices of the Brightsdale Adventuring Company is subject to the Brightsdale Adventuring Company's privacy policy.
And Aaron is like slipped past the desk. Already gone.
Doing the phase.
Held here, and she's just droning on. Like other people around her are falling asleep. Where there's like you see someone who's like shelving some books, and you see them just nod a little bit. Go back to sleep. And Francine, in fact, doesn't notice as Illyn, and then Shannon, and then Aaron just walk around her desk. She's just reading in a monotone voice the privacy policy of the Brightsdale Adventure Company, which doesn't apply to you anyway because you're high guard. So on official duties, we
should probably lead with that.
You guys should consider leading with that.
I assume the badges do that. I don't know.
Nobody seems to notice the badges, which is strange because Aaron's is still glowing like a bright hot intensity of 1,000 suns.
Let me turn that off.
Could you turn down your badge? It's hard to.
Oh, geez, sorry, Illyn. Sorry.
So you guys go to the back and you see a small ceremony with a grizzled woman with scars on her face and armor that's glowing in several places with a long sword at one side and a shield on her back, and she's just pinning a thing on a small not scrawny wiry lady. And now you're officially a member of the Brightsdale Adventuring Company. Don't wreck our reputation. Do a good job, and we'll see you in the coffee lounge. And she turns and walks. Yeah, we clap. there's a small there's a stenographer sitting there typing who turns around as you clap, and then you can see them typing clap. in their notes, as though this is the first time this has ever happened.
Wow, that was a great ceremony. You
ceremony.
You don't officiate weddings, do you? I have these tree friends. They've been looking for an officiant.
The person, the grizzled woman who was giving things has already gone. She's walked off through the curtains and did not even.
You don't officiate. Okay, I'll get your number. Okay.
Norena notices you though and comes down, looking a little proud of herself. Oh, are you guys like other adventurers come to congratulate the new rookie, the new one? I mean, it's me. It's Norena Hackleaf, newest member of the Brightsdale Adventuring Company.
Well, we are on sort of an adventure, yeah.
Are those like the old Brightsdale Adventuring badges you guys are wearing? Like, they don't look like my pin.
These?
Yeah, that.
No, these are high guard badges, Miss Blackleaf.
Hackleaf. So they are.
We're just going to keep messing up your name.
So, Miss Thickleaf, when was the last time you were out at Dame Drogna Magaffina's house?
Dame
Duloc.
There we go. Yeah. Thanks, Miss Slackleaf. That's
yesterday afternoon. Why? I was there finishing my first job for the Brightsdale Adventuring Company. In fact, I delivered red bane leaves to her, received my payment, delivered it to the treasurer, and the bursar, really. And
red bane leaves, huh?
Yeah, red bane leaves. I don't expect everybody to know, but they're kind of an uncommon thing. It takes a lot of.
You deliver that in this? Was this the bag that you delivered that in?
She takes a long, slow drink.
A slow drink of her. She just picks up the stenographer's drink and takes a long.
Types gulp, gulp, gulp.
She puts it back down.
You can just write in an ellipsis for me. Thanks. That's great.
Yes, that is that. Although I guess your guys are stealing from her, so that's not good. Shall I like report you guys to the High Guard or like the Black Inquisition or something? Like I don't know. Stealing is not great, guys.
Yeah, but it's really relative to murder at this point. So we're looking for the more important thing.
Murder, that's bad.
It is. It is. Do you know anything about a murder? Cause
No, but you know who I saw there? Durango, big, mean, muscly guy.
Yeah, Durango's so great.
He looks like the murdering kind. I'll tell you right now. I don't know.
Yeah. Isn't Durango great, Rolf? Bark.
3.
Rolf.
I mean, I'm glad your dog likes him, but I don't know.
Let me keep this feather too. I'm kind of thinking maybe in my ear or something.
Oh, that's weird. That is from he does wear that. I did see him with that feathered cloak the other day. That's weird that he let you keep a feather, I guess, but
yeah. Anyway, do you have a knife on your person we can inspect for size and length?
No, I don't have a dagger actually. And she turned around and she's got a sword. And can I have a perception check from somebody?
And does anybody have good perception?
Not me.
Yeah, I have +5%.
Oh.
Let's see. Oh,
Those
happily.
unicorn eyes.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Eye for fashion.
Yes, here we go. 16 and a 5. 21.
Nice.
Guacamole. Mark that up as a success on the scale of justice.
Boom.
Shannon notices the sword that Norin is wearing does not fit her sheath. It is a short sword, but it's clearly the sheath is meant for a smaller blade.
Oh, she got that fashion point. It's like, you're wearing the wrong thing. That is not it.
Honey, that does not fit. You take that off right now. You look like trash.
Trying to think. I got nothing. Those were good though, guys. That was good. I appreciate it.
No. Shannon, yeah, what now?
I don't know.
I guess Shannon keeps that information to herself.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay, you know what? I have a question for you, Norena. So you said that you dropped off the red bane leaves to the, what did you say, the bursar?
No, I dropped off the gold to the bursar. I dropped off the red bane leaves with the I guess the late Dame Dulac. It's a shame. Yeah, I dropped off the payment with the bursar. Why? Why would you ask that? I already told you that.
Well, no need to get sassy, okay? I know you just graduated from the Bright Steel Adventuring Company, but still a lot to learn about life, Missy.
I got a lot. I'm just saying. I don't know what you guys are up to, but I have things to do. I am a full-time employee now, and I do have responsibilities.
What exactly did you need to do to become a full-fledged employee? Because it probably wasn't just deliver some leaves.
It was deliver some leaves. I've been an apprentice for a while, but this is my first solo adventuring mission. As long as it earns more than, as long as it pays 50 gold pieces or more, it technically qualifies. So,
but last I know, the going rate for fetch quests was 40 gold.
Well, you know, the dame does pay very well. She's a highly respected.
Norena, do adventurers with your company usually get let in for delivering the wrong goods?
No, that would be a failed mission. But you know, it doesn't apply to me, so I guess we're good to go.
Yeah. So how about this? This bag that was yours that you delivered to Dame Dulac, which contains red blind leaf, not red bane leaf.
Yeah, it's.
Why don't we just go ahead and show
close.
this to your? Let's just show this to your superiors and see what they think.
And Aaron, I presume, begins to open the bag as though he's going to show it.
Oh, if it's red bane leaf, then it's not a problem for me to just open.
No. And she reaches out and tries to stop. No. Oh, don't do that.
Why wouldn't I do that?
Because I'm allergic to red bane. I had a heck of a time collecting it yesterday, and I'm so allergic. And don't do it, please.
All right.
Insight check?
I'm not buying that. Yeah, I'll take the insight check, but I'm not buying that.
Insight check. Medicine, insight, perception,
Oh.
anything.
Oh no! Apparently, I am buying that.
Oh.
I mean, you've got advantage on this. I should.
Oh, I
say.
have advantage. Okay, good.
It was a
Come on,
fairly
break it again.
That was a 6. All right, come on, roll. There we go. All right. That was. Oh man, I don't have any of the good skills there. I'm just gonna have to take that. That's a raw 11.
Good
You get them
skills.
good skills.
Oh.
You know what? That's a shame because
The
you
Brooke
think she might
believes
just
her.
be allergic to. Yeah, you're pretty sure she's not allergic, but you remember back in the code that says you cannot expose potential suspects to harm in the course of your duties, and if there's a possibility she's allergic, you aren't allowed to open the thing, so you can't open it. So you think that she's probably pulling your leg, but you
It's like, well, I bet your boss would know the difference. So why don't we just go ask her?
Yeah, she's a great officiant. I bet she's official all over these leaves.
you guys, no, I think in fact that you probably will have to go. I know you guys wanted to be here. Didn't you hear the privacy policy at the door, or because I think that
It doesn't apply to High Guard, I'm afraid.
We're too high, and we guard stuff.
Okay. I guess that and she runs.
Oh, crap.
Okay.
Bark, get her.
And she takes off. I guess Wait, says you got Bark. Give me just a dexterity check, Illyn, and I'll give you advantage with Bark because you do have Bark is a magnificent dog.
That's 10 plus 3 is 13, and Bark's roll 19 plus 3, 22.
Okay, well,
Wow.
Illyn is just not catching up, and then a Bark runs by, dives under Illyn, and scoops Illyn up, just scoops him up, flips now riding Bark, and Bark jumps in front of Narina and rises up and puts her paws on Narina and knocks her down.
And he licks her face.
And she landed on her butt and just Bark is just looking at her face. Okay, all right, geez, call off your dog.
But the good news is, now we get to take you to jail.
Oh, and you pick her up and you cuff her, and she's muttering under her breath. You've got Aaron's got the red blind. Shannon, you've got the sheath. You guys leave the Bright Sail Adventuring Company. On your way out, you do still see Francine. Clause 14. If the High Guard should appear at the Bright Sail Adventuring Company, please note that all former previously stated members of addendums are null and void. And she looks up, puts her finger down, and sees you all. You're welcome to enter. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks, Francine.
Thanks, Francine.
You're the best.
Thanks. And then you leave.
Yay!
Yay, huzzah! So you guys make it back. You guys go back to the station. Narina in tow, and you set her down in one of the holding cells that you can see from.
Who is it? Where is it?
I was just on mute because there's a fire truck outside.
That is the
Actually, we can still hear it.
So that is the sound of the. You all heard it. That is the sound of the High Guard victory siren.
Victory siren!
The chief reaches over and turns it off. Illyn, you know that the victory siren is my responsibility. You cannot just come in and turn on the victory siren just because you got
I like the victory siren.
Everybody likes the victory siren.
I know it makes people happy. You can't just play it a little more, but it's just a bit.
No, I'm the chief. I get to turn the victory siren on and off.
Oh,
that's
okay, chief.
one thing I have.
Is now a good time to turn on the victory siren?
No, now's not a good time for the victory siren.
Oh,
so you're back. You brought a perp. You got evidence. And you what happened? You fill the chief in on the story. You tell her everything. You tell her about the centaur and the guards and the dame consort and the suspicions you had of the dame consort and Durango, and you're meeting with Durango. Aaron thoughtfully leaves out the part about the whistling, and Illyn jumps right in to explain that Aaron played the penny whistle on their way out, and you guys were able to find your way out. Shannon comments scathingly on everybody's clothing, like the black feather cloak that Durango was wearing. No, bad fashion choice. It does not look good on him. He is too big to be wearing like an all black cloak like that. It just bad stuff. So let me get this straight. Norena Hackleaf was assigned by the Bright Seal Adventuring Company to go to the catacombs beneath the university, get the red bane leaves for Dame Deloc, right? Dame Deloc put out the thing. She needed people to come. Durango and Norena were the adventurers working separately, I guess, like the first person. But Norena was sloppy, I guess. She didn't do her research. I came back with the wrong kind of leaves.
Yeah. Lazy. She didn't want to waste the time. She was excited. It's a stupid fetch quest. I mean, why go all the way for 50 gold?
I mean, you remember I remember my first day in the job. It was, I mean, I wouldn't have killed anybody, but I've made mistakes. But yeah, so she brings back the wrong leaves. She sees Durango. Durango tells her they're the wrong leaves, right? He said that he told her they weren't right.
Yeah.
She went out anyway. She must have found out after the fact they were the wrong leaves. The Bright Seal Adventuring Company, those places usually have research libraries. She must have gone back, checked the library, or talked to somebody, or gone back to the catacombs, found out it was the wrong leave. But she'd already reported it that she'd completed the mission. So instead of admitting to failure, he sneaks back into the dame's estate, waits for her, kills her, leaves a feather from Durango, which she must have snatched when they talked.
Yeah, because he said he doesn't lose many feathers from his coat. Yeah.
So she must have snatched it off him when they talked.
Uh-huh.
And she went back to the adventuring company to report to do her ceremony, thinking nothing would be amiss. And I will bet you any amount of money that you go to the Bright Seal Adventuring Company, you go into their armory, and you're going to find that dagger. I had a case just like this when I started on the force.
Yeah, that's exactly what we were thinking, Chief. Yep.
Yeah. When Shannon told me about that, Chief, I knew exactly what it had to be. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's good work.
Thanks, Chief. What's the Chief still a Minotaur and kind of angry at us, or?
The Chief is more like a half Minotaur. She's a little smaller. Her horns are still magnificent and pearly, but they're vestigial horns, right? They're very short. They're not very pointy. They're rounded.
Dwarf horns, maybe. Yeah.
Dwarf horns. Yeah. She's like a small. She's not mulish anymore. Her coat is sleek and shiny. She's still got the fashionable nose ring. But yeah, you can tell she's in a better mood than she was earlier. So that's the case. I guess now it's time to take a brief break and let our Twitch chat vote on the trial. What happens is they've gotten Norena, but is this going to be a good outcome or a bad outcome? Did they do the work they needed to make this case stick? Or does the Black Inquisition swoop in and mess everything up?
That's right. As the jury of our peers, you guys get to vote for guilty or not guilty. Guilty being that we succeed, right, and we get the collar, and not guilty being that we can't make it stick. We didn't have enough evidence. We didn't do well enough in our investigation, and the Black Inquisition steps in and finishes it off for us. So.
Do we have a timer for this?
Yeah,
I forget how this
we
goes.
do. It's a minute.
The Jeopardy song twice.
Is the Jeopardy song copyrighted? Because I feel like
yes.
We need different bars for that before we gotta get rid of that.
All right. Everybody vote in chat. Go ahead and just type guilty or not guilty. We'll be counting them up.
Do you think that these officers, with their prodigious skill, were able to acquire the evidence necessary to convince you, the jury, of Miss Hackleaf's peers, that she is in fact guilty not only of murder, but of murder with such malicious intent over such a minute detail that she deserves a severe sentence? Or do you think that these officers caught the wrong perpetrator, that she is in fact innocent, and that this whole thing has been either an elaborate ploy set up by someone more nefarious, or a screw up, balls up of the highest caliber?
All right, so far we got 50 seconds left on the clock for anybody else who wants to vote, but so far we've got 5 votes for not guilty, and it looks like none for guilty. So keep those votes coming, people. 40 seconds left.
The jury is not looking like
Jury has a really high standard of proof.
No, they really didn't like Illyn's long, boring explanation about the feather. They didn't like you opening the bag and showing them the leaves and having several of them overcome.
Without a shadow, there cannot be a shadow of a doubt. If you have even the mere shadow of a doubt that this person is not guilty, you cannot convict them of this crime.
Yeah.
It is.
We have no murder weapon.
Civic responsibility.
Oh,
Civic responsibility.
we got 1 vote for guilty, but yet another vote for not guilty.
Somebody wants to know about the dagger follow-up.
6 versus 1.
They did get a search warrant to go back to Brightsteel and find that dagger. They found it, but did we find it, or did the Black Inquisition find it? Because that's good. That's interesting to know. We're gonna have to wait and see.
We got 6 not guilty votes and 1 guilty vote, so I think not guilty.
It's not looking great. Not looking great.
All right, that's timer. Yeah, that's it.
All right. So after all that hard work, a couple of weeks later, the chief brings you into your office. Come in here, Sparks, Round Feet, Twilson, dog. Bring your dog. The chief is no longer a Minotaur. The chief is looks remarkably like Francine, a very just droopy dog-esque person.
Forgettable face.
Listen, I just got the word back from the judge. The trials come through for Hackleaf, the Duloc murder. It's not guilty. They didn't convict her. You did your best. You submitted the evidence. But you know what happened? The Black Inquisition came in on the last day of the trial.
No.
Yeah, they presented some evidence. They had a forced, a confession from Professor Starmist and Dame Consort Kyra.
Oh, no.
And that swayed the jury enough to say that they could not be sure that it wasn't Arena Hackleaf. Durango's testimony was great, obviously, but he's an eccentric personality, and when the Black Inquisition comes in, it's really hard to tell what they're going to get away with. So it looks like the trial for the Dame Consort and the Professor is going to be a month or so, but they let Norena go. She's out.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, sorry, Chief.
Well, and did you know a Margaret who worked in the household?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She hasn't been seen in about a week and a half.
Oh, Black Inquisition got her too?
That's as good a guess as any.
Oh, well, Chief, I want you to know that the Rook did real good. That he wasn't the reason we messed this case up.
No, I think y'all did. I remember when you came in and talked to me. I think you did a good job. It's just, sometimes, what is it? What's the old saying my old pappy used to say? I believe it was.
You can't fight the Everspire?
No, that was my gram. That was my gram.
Oh
yeah. Sometimes you eat the bar. Sometimes the bar eats you. So
yeah.
You can't win them all.
All right.
Well, all right. Go back to your duties. We'll let you know if anything else comes up.
Thanks, Captain.
It's with a heavy heart that she salutes, dismissed. And as Illyn trudges back out into the headquarters, we cut away one last time to Illyn back during that fateful day when the chasing of Bark. And Scott, can you give me the tally of the scales of justice, success to failure?
Yes. The scales of justice are 6 successes versus 3 failures.
Well, at least there's some good news tonight. And Illyn, we cut back to that fateful day. Illyn shows up, arrives, is finally exhausted. Little Urchano in tow. And
Urchano, it's just around the next corner. I'm sure of it.
And one of the students who actually ditched class and chased you down has joined your hunt to look for Bark. And you round the corner and you find yourself behind the High Guard police station, and you see lying on an old discarded High Guard jacket, Bark, accompanied by her litter of puppies.
Bark,
brand new
puppies,
newly born puppies. Adorable. She's licking them clean, and they're rolling around a little bit.
That explains why you ran, girl. Oh, that's so sweet. And we have a puppy for you, little Urchano. And we have a puppy to make up for your F that you're getting in Giant Eagle Studies.
Oh, thank you. Oh, wow.
Oh, and I'll be checking up on these puppies every day to make sure you're taking good care of them, just like the Eagles.
I'm done with those Eagles. Those Eagles are stupid.
Good. Thanks for helping me find Bark. Rolf.
Then we cut back to the present day where Illyn and the others are sitting a little dejectedly around a table in the coffee room, and Bark comes up and just with the mischievous smile, a gigantic lick, and then lays on her back and rolls over it.
Oh, just a good Bark.
And that leaf-shaped birthmark's still there.
Oh, that's so good.
That.
Oh.
With one last happy bark from Scott, the scene fades to black.
Oh.
Yay!
That was it.
Yay! Thanks, Andrew.
Thanks for watching, folks. This is our first episode, but the format is probably going to be pretty close to the same. I will not be the game master for all episodes. The duty will rotate from episode to episode. I can't tell you who's going to be the game master for the next episode, so you'll have to keep an eye out on Twitter feeds or tune in for that one even.
Yep, it'll be fun on the bun. Whoever writes it, it'll probably star Mikhail. Brought to you by our one and only that one GM Andrew, and it's a great character. It'll be a fun time. Everybody, come out.
Yep, and thanks again, everybody, for participating in the trial by peers vote. No hard feelings for anybody, no matter what you voted.
I think they were right. I think we let the Dame Consort off way too easy.
Yeah, we did not slam this one home. We didn't get the murder weapon. That's next time, next week.
Next time. Maybe that'll be the censure. So yeah, we'll be back again next week. Same bat time, same bat Twitch channel. And I guess we'll see you then. That was a clairvoyance pun.
Like a third eye.
Special visions.
Add in the third eye, Scott.
Yeah. Night, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.